Let's study about the glucose. Glucose occurs freely in nature as well as in the combined form. It is present in sweet fruit and honey. Ripe grapes also contain glucose in large amount. It is prepared as follows. So we are going to study first the preparation of glucose. Here is the two preparation of glucose. One is from sucrose, that means from a cane sugar, and another one that is from the starch. So first from the cane sugar. If sucrose is boiled with the dilute hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid in alcoholic solution, glucose and fructose are obtained in the equal amounts. So here is the chemical equation. It is the formula of sucrose. When it is get hydrolyzed in the presence of acid, it produces the glucose and fructose in equal amount. Second preparation is from the starch. Commercially, glucose is obtained by hydrolysis of starch by boiling it with dilute sulfuric acid at 393 Kelvin under pressure. So here is the equation. From the starch or cellulose we obtain the molecule of glucose. So that is the preparation of glucose. Now we are going to study a structure of glucose. In this topic we will prove the structure of the glucose by different chemical reactions. So let's begin. Glucose is an aldohexose and is also known as a dextrose. It is a monomer of many of the larger carbohydrate, namely starch, cellulose. It is probably the most abundant organic compound on earth. So if the question is there for short one marker, which is the most abundant organic compound, then the answer will be a glucose. It will assign the structure given below on the basis of the following evidence. So here it is the first molecular formula of glucose is C6H12O6 as we all know. Now here the few chemical reaction which will prove the structure of glucose. First of all, on prolonged heating glucose with hydrogen iodide, it forms normal hexane, suggesting that all the 6 carbon atoms are linked in a straight chain. So when glucose is heated with the hydrogen iodide, it gives the normal hexane, which proves that in glucose there are a 6 carbon chain is there. Okay, so that is the first, that in glucose there are a 6 carbon chain is present. Now second equation, glucose react with the hydroxylamine to form an oxime and adds a molecule of hydrogen cyanide to give cyanohydrin. This reaction confirms the presence of carbonyl group in glucose. See students, here is the first equation when glucose react with the hydroxylamine. So it gives the oxime as a product, and when glucose react with the hydrogen cyanide, it gives the cyanohydrin as an addition product. So it proves that in glucose carbonyl group is present. So now we are aware that in glucose 6 carbon chain is there and 1 carbon is in the form of carbonyl. So let's move further. Glucose gets oxidized to 6 carbon containing carboxylic acid, that is a gluconic acid, on reaction with mild oxidizing agent like bromine water. This indicates the carbonyl group is present and as an aldehydic group. That means in first equation we prove that there is a 6 carbon chain. In second we prove that carbonyl group is present, and in third equation we confirm that carbonyl group is in the form of aldehyde. Okay, now acetylation of glucose with acetic anhydride gives glucose pentaacetate, which confirms the presence of 5 hydroxyl group. Since it exists as a stable compound, 5 hydroxyl group should be attached to a different carbon atom. So by this acetylation equation we come to know that in glucose there is a 5 hydroxyl group, 5 OH group, hydroxyl group is present on different carbon atoms. On oxidation with nitric acid, glucose as well as gluconic acid both yield a dicarboxylic acid, a saccharic acid. This indicates the presence of primary alcoholic OH group in glucose. So here is the equation. First of all, glucose on oxidation, it gives the dicarboxylic acid, that is a saccharic acid, and gluconic acid on further oxidation gives saccharic acid. So it gives us the information about the presence of primary OH group. The exact spatial arrangement of different OH group was given by Fischer after studying many other properties. Its configuration correctly represented as a first. So gluconic acid is represented as second structure and saccharic acid is represented as a third structure. Glucose is correctly named as a D plus glucose. Consider student here, glucose is correctly known as a D plus glucose. D before the name of glucose represent the configuration, where plus sign represent the dextrorotatory nature of the molecule. It should be remember that D and L, capital D and capital, have no relation with the optical activity of the compound with dextro and levo form. They are also not related to later small d and small h, which is about the dextro and levo rotatory. The meaning of D and L notation is as follows. So let's see what is the meaning of capital D and capital L later. The letters D and or L before the name of any compound indicate the relative configuration of a particular stereoisomer of a compound with respect to configuration of some other compounds, configuration of which is known. In the case of carbohydrates, this refers to their relation with a particular isomer of glyceraldehyde. Glyceraldehyde contains one asymmetric carbon atom and exists in two enantiomeric form. So students, here are the two enantiomers of glyceraldehyde. In this two structure, the center carbon is considered as an asymmetric carbon because its all four valency are fulfilled by different atom or group of atom. Now on the basis of position of hydroxyl group, these two enantiomers are classified in two forms. Plus isomer of glyceraldehyde has a D configuration. It means that when a structural formula is written on a paper following specific convection, which you will study in higher classes, the OH group lies on the right hand side in the structure. All those compounds which can be chemically correlated to D plus isomer of glyceraldehyde are said to have D configuration, whereas those which can be correlated to L minus isomers of glyceraldehyde are said to have L configuration. In L minus isomer, the OH group is on a left hand side. So here we can say as a minus sign is here and OH is on left hand side. Okay. For assigning the configuration of monosaccharide, it is the lowest asymmetric carbon atom as on below, which is compared as in plus glucose, the OH on the lowest asymmetric carbon is on the right hand side, which is comparable to the plus glyceraldehyde. So plus glucose is assigned as a D configuration. Other asymmetric carbon atoms of glucose are not considered for this comparison, and also the structure of glucose and glyceraldehyde is written in a way that most oxidized carbon is at the top. So here we have both the structure of D plus form, one is belong to the glyceraldehyde and another is belong to the glucose. In this case, both the hydroxyl group in the lower carbon is on a right hand side.